What's going on, everybody? I am Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, and we are back with another Coaching Club video. OMG, I see that you see a new face here with me on the couch. But before we get to who you are and all of that juicy stuff, we are going to do the regular formalities and introduce ourselves from my right to my left. State who you are and two things that you want from your mate.
I'm Jeremy. I want good communication skills and great sex.
My name is Tehran. The two things I would say is an honest commitment and honesty, I guess.
Okay. I'm Wesley, and two things that I would like is honesty and a good-looking motherfucker.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Danielle, and two things I would want from my mate is definitely honesty, and I want them to have goals. You know, that way we have something to work towards. Yeah.
What's going on? My name is Hector. I'm a Scorpio. Did we say we were gonna say that?
He does that all the time.
I was just so used to it, man. I wasn't paying attention. But two things that I would like from my mate is affection and understanding.
Hello, I'm TC, and two things that I want from my mate is be goal oriented and be a good cuddler.
Oh, cuddler.
I said color.
I was gonna say be a good
Elaborate.
cuddler. I was gonna say, yeah, I remember he said he doesn't deal with, okay.
Right.
But interesting. Last Culture Club got really intense, really heated.
Oh, yes.
Y'all attacked that video with so many comments, questioning whether or not we're indeed buddies or friends or get along, because there was a lot of shade in that video. There was a lot of underhanded comments in that video, and the liquor was flowing. I will definitely say that. But speaking for myself about that particular video, I will say that it was one of the, I'll say that it is a video that definitely cultivates what I want Culture Club to be, because of the simple fact that we were able to speak our minds. We all had various differences of opinion, and we were all adults and walked away from that particular recording still talking to each other on the phone, still kicking it, still hanging out, still doing Sunday Fun Day, and that shows maturity. I know by looking at the video, y'all was like, child, these people ain't friends, what's going on, what is all this about? But it was a great video, I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys have anything that you want to resolve from that video before we get into this topic, the new topic?
Well, I haven't spoken to anybody since then. So I just wanted to come today and just clear my point up. Not just kidding.
Right.
I don't know. They were attacking me when we first came in, saying that was the hostile one. I don't know. I think I was just stating my point of view, which we all have different opinions about different things, and yeah. I mean,
Okay. Hector, Tehran, Jeremy.
I thought it was a good video. I mean, it just showed the raw, like you said, unedited version of who we are. So we can still have adult conversations. We can get upset with each other, and we can still remain friends. We can still love each other and continue on. But at least it's not so traditional that we just sit and, you know, twirling our fingers together. We can just actually, you know, express ourselves and on different topics, because we're not going to always agree on every single thing.
Right.
So, I think it was pretty good. Until he said what he said about me, but I'm cool with that.
I love you too.
I love you too, baby.
Okay. So we are introduced to a lovely young straight female, gay female, bisexual female.
This is my boo's girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Of course, I said that already. And yes, I'm straight.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
She's straight.
I'm straight.
Okay. Okay. And what made you decide to be a part of this situation here?
Well, I was coming down to Orlando from Atlanta, just to kind of chill out with Trey and Dwayne, get away from Atlanta. And you guys were recording tonight, so Dwayne and Trey had asked if I had wanted to do it, and I said, sure, why not? Tell me the details when I get there. And I got a chance to see last episodes.
And what did you think?
It was definitely intense, but I loved it. I loved it because it was real. You know, it was real topics, and it was real point of views. It didn't look fake at all, and it was just so like, ooh, is everything okay, Trey? Like, wow, he really felt like he felt that way. You know.
I think that is true. I think that happens a lot. And it goes back to something that we talked about before, like, you know, do we dress to impress when we're still in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? And I remember Trey was like, you have to, because you still want your mate to, you know, to have something good to look at. And it goes to that thing, when you get comfortable too fast, you lose interest even faster, I think.
I can say that for me, I have well, let me just say I've had in the past, because I think I'm a changed man now. I've had the issue
before or after Palm Springs.
This is before Palm Springs and definitely after. See, we starting already with shade. We starting already with the motherfucking shade. And you know, I always remain neutral on these videos because there's some choice things.
Wait, what?
What?
You always remain neutral?
Neutral, I do, on these videos.
Okay, so continue.
Yes, exactly. Like I was saying, I feel that I do fall too fast, too quick, and I get really comfortable with a guy too quickly. And I think that definitely does. It's definitely been the common denominator in a situation with me and dealing with guys. It's too fast. And like the last line says, we want to rush everything, but the truth of the matter is the slower you grow, the stronger you'll be. I think that definitely speaks volumes to me, and it makes perfect sense. No one wants to be rushed, and no one wants you to tell them how they should feel, when they should feel it, and if they're feeling it enough. You know, people need to get through things at their pace. You know, and I definitely, I think that's the truth.
So then let me ask you a question. For someone who falls fast, why do you, basically if you fall fast, you speed up the pace. You're one of the people that the article was talking about, then, am I correct?
Yeah. Well,
so why is it that?
I was.
Okay, well now that you're not that person, why was it that you?
Because I'm just a hopeless romantic, and at the end of the day, if anyone knows what the definition of a hopeless romantic is that once you get a little hint, a little inclination that something is possible as far as happiness with a person, longevity with a person, potential love, or whatever the case may be, you want to thrive. Well, I wanted to thrive in that. I wanted to be in that right then and there. You know, I was one of those types of people that hated being single and was tired of being single, and I just want to share myself and share my love and my emotions with someone. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can do it with this guy. Let me jump on it. So, I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about anybody else. Am I the only one that falls fast and hard? Do you fall?
I agree with the article, and that's definitely me. And oftentimes, just to piggyback on what they were saying is oftentimes I'll sit there, and one little incident would happen where he came and picked me up from work. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, that was really sweet. He could pick me up from work every day. I can see how this would be next year. Right. You know, so oftentimes when I lay in the bed at night, I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, that was really nice. I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for this time. You know, so oftentimes I feel like you make things up in your head as to what things are more than necessarily what they really are.
Right.
So, yeah, falling very quickly.
Okay. Trey, you never fall quick?
No, I'm the type of person that likes to take time to get to know the person.
So what is the definition of take time? Because no one can ever give me, you know, an actual answer. I always get that, well, you just know when it happens. But
well, it really is one of those things, like, there's no time limit on how fast you can connect and vibe and roll with someone. Like, not trying to be funny, like my ex, we met on a Tuesday night. We hung out that Thursday for the first time, and we was together for 3 years after that. You know what I'm saying? Like a week after that, we moved in. I know it seems fast, but it's one of those things where you just know. Like, there's been times I've chilled with people for like a month, 2 months, and I still don't know. I don't know if that's the way it's going. Then it goes to one of those, I'm taking my time to get to know you. But if I know, I know.
Right. Okay. So everybody agrees with number one?
Agreed.
Agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Number two, we train ourselves to be egocentric.
Tehran.
Because Tehran gives me this air that he's very sure of himself.
Right. That's what
And
I'm
no
saying.
one can tell him about him.
Right.
And, you know, that's the vibe I get from
Okay,
Tehran.
we're gonna come back to that. But as far as what this is talking about, I agree. I think that people just take and they never give in a relationship. A lot of people only think about what they want, and instead of realizing that in order to compensate what you're not getting, you got to have someone to give that to you so that you can give it back to someone else. You understand? Like, for me to be protecting you, I need you to protect me and have my back at all times. And a lot of relationships is like, okay, what I'm gonna get out of this person, what I'm gonna get out of sexually, financially, out of this person, not realizing that that person cannot give that themselves to anybody, but they want somebody to give that to them.
So you're saying it's unfair for someone to want more than what they can give.
Exactly. It's definitely unfair.
So, we can go, like, technically speaking, I can't want someone to have money in a relationship if I don't have money.
You wouldn't want her.
I can't want that. I can't want
I'm not saying
you to be the breadwinner if I'm not the breadwinner.
No, because money doesn't equate to happiness.
It does for me.
Because you might have
happiness.
You might have needy people out there that's looking for a sugar daddy.
I'll eat to that.
You'll eat what my money bought to that. Right. Right.
And one more.
But everybody, you know, anyways, how do you feel about number two?
I think it's good to be wanted or needed, in a sense, and you can take that however you want to. I can honestly say my relationship in 2008, when I met my ex on BGC, and he lived out of town, and he came to visit me, and we went to the club or whatever. I DJ'd at the club at the time, and we came back to my place, and I honestly didn't want to have sex with him, like, because I really wanted to get to know him and to see how it would go. And I think by me not wanting to have sex, I saw something in him, and I wanted something more. Although we did have sex that night, and that was not on me, but I still saw something more. And we were together 2 years, and I went to see him. It was a long distance relationship. I went to see him. He came to see me. Yeah, I think being on the social apps and stuff, especially now, this is like a sex craved world. It's almost like how the overseas countries like France and everything, they show nudity and stuff on TV, and they were the sex people. And now the United States have become the sex people. We show everything is sex on TV. Everything you see on it's either sex or gay. Especially now it's gay. But yeah, I think the perception or what we get from TV has really influenced our culture, And then going back to social media and all this stuff and all these apps, and it's convenient to look up somebody and say, oh, he's a mile away. Hey, what you doing? Where you at? Come over. You know, so I mean, that's just the world we live in.
When's the last time you entertained anything online?
It's been a while. It's been a long while.
Good response.
So let me ask you, because I'm very naive when dealing with straight people. I don't want to sound ignorant, but I think I am, and I think a lot of people are going to take my comments as such.
I mean, straight people have their Tinder and
yeah, but that was
back
what I asked.
back in the day was college.
Have you
club
done online hooking ups and stuff?
I have so far that's like have casual conversations. They have apps out there such as like Tango and stuff, which sounds very similar to, what was it, GPC? GPS? Don't laugh. Don't laugh. BGC, okay. And it does let you know who's close by, a mile away, a couple yards away. But so far that's actually like going to want to lay down with someone on there, I shy away from that. Just because I know how easy it is for them to say, hey, yeah, you look cute. You know, oh, you got big boobs. What I would like to do with that.
So you don't put your stuff out there on the pictures. You get a little picture alone.
No, I do more face shots. You know, maybe a little something like this, but nothing too much of the body. That's just me personally. You know, on the net, you never know who sees it. You know, especially now you have these apps on the phone, snap, screenshot.
Yes.
You know, so gosh, no. You know, you take a picture of me and send it to someone else. Oh, you know this girl? Yeah, you know this girl? Guess what? I'm about to go meet up with her. You know, I never want that. I never want to be messy to the point where somebody I done said, oh yeah, I don't sleep around. But he'll hit up one of his boys and be like, yo, why don't you go holler at her and see what she does? You know, so a lot of the websites to me, especially like Tango, which I shy off of, was just more so like, let's just hook up. So when you say that to me so easily and you don't know me, I feel like you say that to everyone on there.
Well, I need clarification because I just use Tango. I'm actually, no, I'm not gonna say my business, but no, I use Tango to converse with somebody that does not live in state. And so Tango to me is like FaceTime for Apple phones or iPhones, because you can, you know, FaceTime.
Yeah.
So, but you're saying you can find out who's close and there on Tango too?
You can see who's
Really?
And they've updated the settings, so
You got told.
You
I have
can
new
see-
information.
Everything I didn't know this. I thought Tango
all-
was just a
all-
FaceTime app.
all of these apps are taking little things from each other, like Facebook. Facebook can tell you.
to stay
How-
present and relevant.
Well, I know that for Facebook, but I didn't know that
I
people
hate
use.
that.
All right.
Turn it off.
I turn my location on. Yeah, I do.
I just
Oh, I
want
don't
to say
have
something
Facebook.
about that part on that article. A lot of people tend to forget that is just guys generally.
Yeah, when
you
two
understand?
men-
It's not just gay guys. It just so happens that it's exploited in the gay community because you have two men who want to have sex all the time compared to me being a straight guy who wants to fuck all the time, and her being that straight girl who's, oh no, not tonight, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't, as a straight guy, I'm not getting the opportunities as I would be if I'm finding a gay guy who men all the time in general like to have sex. So I think gay guys are put in that stigma because we're two men, two beings that like sex all the time. So it's constantly happening, which I don't know, whatever.
Well, to go on, because I was going to say the same thing, but also, what I was going to say, it's so much harder to date a female than a male. It's become like so convenient, and you can just buy somebody a drink, go home for the night. For a female, you got to take them.
You gotta wine and dine them.
Buy them.
It's
You gotta get their
Not
shoes.
really.
I think it
No,
depends
most
on the
females-
girl.
There's some
know
easy,
you have
there's
to.
some quick girls out there now. Don't say,
Yeah,
you
but there's a
know.
lot
Not the
more
ones I like.
boys.
Not the ones you
Not the
like.
one I like. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more work.
He's bisexual.
Oh, okay.
But what I,
Oh, he is.
but what I was gonna say
Oh.
about the whole thing about this topic, the only thing that I don't like when people bring up people using social media, because yes, I do have Jack. When I first moved here, I was at home, didn't know anybody. I get on Jack and I met people. I didn't go see them for a safety reason. I don't think I would go see people because people are getting killed, people are getting robbed. But what I don't like is when people say, oh, you label as a whore, or you know what, don't do that, because you don't have to be a whore to have jack. It's people who are whores that don't have jack.
Right.
They find there's a will, there's a way. They're gonna
Right.
find a way to be a whore regardless. I have met somebody who's in that category who doesn't have jack, but he finds a way to do what he do.
Yeah, true.
People used to tell me all the time before I moved here, like, "Ooh, TC, you unlocked your pictures for somebody that I know, and they showed me your pictures, and that's all I got to say." And I was like, "Okay, well, I didn't meet them, so it really doesn't matter."
Right.
So,
Well,
but who is this friend issue?
Doesn't matter though. It's perception is crucial in our community.
They can say whatever. Like, people just come up to me all the time. TC is snotty, TC it is, TC is that, because they knew me from the club, from DJing at the club. But these people, I would probably say, "Hey," or smile at them, or say like, "Oh, what's up?" Or then when I started promoting for parties and stuff, I would walk up to people and say, "Hey, come to my party." And then next thing I know, "Oh, you talking to one of my friends?" Ooh.
Yeah, they put a label on your target. All I said was hi.
And you think we together. Yep.
Come on, this used to date my boy. Like, bitch, I just met him yesterday. I
Right.
used to date him.
And I gave
He
my
said he
Google
went to
number,
your
not my real
party.
number.
Right for the Google number. Number 4, we aren't consistent with the things we pretend we want. And I want to say, gayguys.com, you are so false, okay? This is the first time that I actually will not agree with this particular, I don't agree with that at all. Because the first person that I fell in love with was on BGC. And then the second person that I fell in love with was on Adam for Adam, I think I met them. And was it BGC? I don't even know if I was using was it Black Planet back in the day? I don't even know if I was using, I think I was using Black Planet, but at the end of the day, that was my first love, and we were together for 2 years. I moved out of state and everything. So to me, and just to your point, it doesn't matter. You can meet someone at a grocery store and he could have just killed somebody last Friday. You can meet someone at the library and they're a sociopath. You can meet someone on the beach and they beat their kids every goddamn day and cheating on his wife and says that he's gay only on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It doesn't matter when you meet these individuals. And so to that, I just don't agree with that. That's just ignorant. That's an ignorant. I don't know. To me.
But you know what, Wes? The fact that they said looking on hookup sites is not a good way to find someone to be involved with, that part I don't agree with. But the part of being confused is strongly something I agree with. If you as yourself know what you're looking for, you'll be able to find that person no matter where you are. So if you meet someone on a hookup spot, you let them know, listen, I'm looking for a relationship, one-on-one, you know, I'm just looking to fuck, whatever it is, you know, you say that. So that part,
right,
you know, they're definitely accurate on.
Yeah, I can vibe with that. What do you guys? Jeremy, you've been quiet.
Yeah, but
Hector.
Hector.
Go ahead.
You tearing up Scorpio? What's going on?
I'm actually, in my opinion, gayguys.com, I think you hit it right on the nail again. I don't think it's an ignorant comment at all. I think it's very relevant. I think, yes, is it possible to be able to find love on hookup apps? Like I said, a diamond in the rough. Not trying to be funny, if you've had 3 relationships that you've met off of people off of hookup sites, then I think you should stop trying to find men on hookup sites. Because even though it's lasted a year, 2 years,
you can't say that.
yeah, let's try. Well, I'm saying
you
is,
should let it go.
No.
We about to get to the Great Divide now. We about to get the Great Divide. She about to be the new Andreas. We about to get the Great. But let him finish. Go ahead, let him talk.
I think when you're on an app, look, man.
Speak to.
When you're on an app that as soon as you log in, the first ad you see is a dick. You're not gonna, it's gonna be very hard to find love on that app.
But if you passing by that because, like she said, you know what you want,
Well,
then I'm just gonna go right on.
But
past
I mean,
that.
y'all are being so
Wow.
unrealistic here. Come on now, like
No.
we are gay men. This is This is not no like MingleCity.com.
so
we are talking about like.
There's some bad people on there.
All right, so
Right, I get that, but what I'm saying is that you are talking about sites that are designed for gay men to meet.
To do what?
To do what? Yes,
I mean,
it
that
is.
is-
It
Right,
is-
but to
it
do
is-
whatever it is
wait,
that they
I'm
wanna
not
do.
saying. I'm not saying that everybody who meets on there automatically fucks. I'm not saying that. But when I used to have the app, and plenty of my friends used to have the app, and out of 1 in every 10 messages is, hey, I just want to chill or smoke. The other 9 messages are, hey, let's fuck, yo, you sexy, yo, let me give you some head.
Right.
That's something. I'm not saying that it's what you take of it. I get it. Not everybody's on there for sex. I'm not saying they are. But what I'm saying is how you consistently go on these apps thinking you're gonna find love when 1 out of every 10 people are hitting you up just to chill, the other 9 are wanting sex. How many times do you have to go through that to say, hey, maybe a gay app is not where I need to find somebody?
But you can have the same thing if you went to the club, same thing if you went to church.
Exactly.
The same
Right.
amount of people are just
Say that about church. Well,
same thing.
I mean, but I don't think it's limited to apps. Everybody's looking. It eventually leads to the same thing, or 1 out of 10 people are looking for, you know, that stimulation, that
But
touch,
that's
that feel.
not-
Stop right there. Wait.
What?
So let me ask you a question and then keep it 100. Why is it that men in relationships do not have Jack and Grindr? Why?
Well, actually, I know several.
Because
I know several.
No, come on now.
I know several of them
Because
that
when
do.
you're looking for something on an app and you find something, you should give that something a chance. It's not Domino's. You can't dial it up on Google search and go to Domino's when you get a fix for pizza every time. Sometimes you got to make the pizza at home. You got to just say, okay, well, I don't want pizza today.
Well,
you got you just gotta if you meet something on an app, you have to give it a chance. You just can't say.
Let me just say something real quick.
go ahead.
I went to Atlanta this past weekend.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of people on there who are relationships that are Instagram celebrities. And some of them are on the site to promote what they're about to do, promote their books, promote stuff that they do. Some of them are on the site to meet other people, but you can't just put a blanket answer over everything. It's a lot of people in relationships that are on Jack or social hookups.
Or let's
So
just
let me say.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say this.
You gonna bet me.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say this. So I have Grindr, I got like Scrub, and I got
Scrub?
Right. Well, that's for the plus size.
The Bears.
Right, the Bears and the Cubs and all of that. You know,
No
fuck
Cubs,
with it.
on the Bears.
Right, okay. Anyway, and what's different, Jack? Right, I'll tell you about
Cubs would be
it. So,
young-
like
young.
for me,
That's
okay,
a Cubs
we'll let
to
you
me.
know. I'll let you know. But for me, like I'm on there, but I'm not looking for sex when I'm on Jack and Grindr. I'm actually looking just for casual conversation, just because I'm single, so I have the right to go on and talk to whomever I want to. But I've met so many people on Jack and Grindr and all these other sites that I don't even have the telephone numbers. I have the numbers. I mean, I just have the information when I'm on there. So when they're online, they see me online, we hit each other, we have a conversation online. So it's not that we're looking for sex, but that's just like my online friend I call them, or just a buddy that I talk to while I'm on that site.
Right.
I'm not looking for sex while I'm on that site. I'm just looking for people to talk to. And then I've met so many cool people. I mean, I've met them like face to face. We went out to dinner. We don't want sex, we don't want each other, but we just cool people. We enjoy hanging around each other, kicking it or whatever. So I don't think that the site is designed for just sex only, because not everybody is looking for sex. Now, can you find your soulmate? I think you can, because there are some people that's out there that's looking for the same thing that I'm looking for. They want a relationship, they want to be with somebody, they're passing all the dicks, all the asses, all the topless people, they're passing all that stuff. They're looking for somebody who has a decent conversation, that can hold an intelligent conversation, that you want to talk to and chat with. So, I mean, I feel like you can find that person on there. Have I found that person? No, not yet. But, I mean, eventually I've had those people that I've come in contact with that I thought maybe, yeah, they could be that person. I've entertained them, they've entertained me. But there's other underlying stuff that, you know what, nah, it's not going to work. But I do think that it's out there. Not that just designed for sex. But, and I think that when they came out with Jack, it wasn't just designed for sex. BGC wasn't, 8 for 8 wasn't designed for sex. It was to meet people that would like you, that would like you, you know, that you can, you know, conversate with, communicate with. But I don't think that it's, I think you can find that person out there. It will be down in the rough, you know.
But when you say you weed out all the people who you don't want to associate
Right,
with.
you can. You have that. You can do that.
It was my turn. It was my turn.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So when I use the app, I would do it in my free time, spare time. So that's why I say, even still, I did not find my love of my life on the website. It was something where in my home, I could lay down in the bed, search through people. So it was convenient. So that's why I would continue to use it. But now, so far, that's my mate, which I am in a relationship now. So for him to be logged on to all these other websites, I would have a problem with that. That would be a conversation. And the reason why that would be a conversation is because if I am supposed to be your everything, what else do you need? You know, like, why do you need to search on the website to have a conversation with anyone? What do you need to talk to them about that you can't have a conversation with me about? What are you searching for? You know, because in this life, you have conversations with people and it always leads to something else. Whether it be sex down the line, whether it be feelings that come over time just because you have conversations with this person. And who was a stranger, now you feel like you actually know this person. Right. So now you develop these emotional feelings, which is like the worst feelings, or it could be the very best feelings to have, is an emotional connection to someone. And you have this feelings for someone, you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend at home, but meanwhile, you are fantasizing about someone else now that you met on this website because you decided to give them your time when you could have been giving it to the mate that you
person
had.
that you with.
Yeah, so me personally, no, boo, you don't need that. What you need that for? That's the problem.
All right. That's pretty much what I said. Like,
I mean, I understand that if you're in a relationship, then
I get there are people on there in relationships. I get that part, but if you're
trying to clarify,
right,
if you're in a relationship,
I just feel like if you're not marketing something, then yeah, you don't need to be.
Right. No, I can understand. Like, let's say my man, he does hair.
West bag, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So if he's marketing his salon on there,
it's not a personal picture.
It's not. It has nothing to do with
the
personal.
marquee.
You have no pictures of
and
you.
the address of the building.
You see the address of the building. You see the niceness of the salon.
You can
see
roll
what
with
we
that,
do.
right?
That's all you need. You don't even need to send me messages. Just show up at that salon. That's different. But like, you know, back to kind of piggyback off of her and what I said earlier, like, you have friends. You got something going on, call your homeboy. Go smoke a blunt with him and cry your heart out to that nigga. Tell him how I'm fucking you up and I'm yelling at you, and you don't gotta find someone on the app.
Especially no one new.
Yeah, you don't have to find someone on the app to be like, yeah, me and my dude going through a bad relationship. Someone, especially you've never met.
That don't
you understand? Like you said you've never met none of these people. You just casually converse with them. So now imagine you telling someone you never met, me and my dude, we going through it, da 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 da. What's naturally the first thing they're gonna do?
I would never
bitch, you
like
leave
that.
him alone.
Oh, I get you.
Leave him alone. I got you.
That's true.
They have no emotional connection to you. So, other than that, then why in a relationship should you have that at? You have friends, you got me.
I know we gotta move on.
I actually said my everything. Okay, yeah, we gotta move on. I'm sorry.
Right.
Number 5. I think that's genius. Actually,
that's awesome.
I think we spend our times worried about what the next man thinks, worried about what the overall perception is that we bring to the table, that it prohibits us from either A, being ourselves, or B, being free to express who we are and who we want to be with. And I think I can only speak for the gay community because that's what I'm really a part of. I don't really know too much about it. You know, but I beg to differ on that. But anyways, we're not going to dust anybody's shoulders off. But anyways, but no, honestly, I think that it's one of those situations like if you walk into a house party and it's like one of the, you could be one of those people that you're worried about what you have on. because you're okay. Who's gonna be at this house party? Do I know them already? Are they new to the clique or whatever? So you try to put on your best. You know, where if you're that regular person, you want to wear what you want to wear, and you want to go without fear of anyone saying, "Child, what you got on? Is that TC's friend? Or is that Hector's friend? What are they wearing?" And I think stuff like that, and amongst this culture club, amongst the community, prohibits us from being free to go out and find love and just express in that love. I think I'm just saying one point is we care too much about what the world thinks of us, that it prohibits us from shining the way that we deserve to.
I know we
have
both communities. I think that's in, you know, boys and girls dating. I think that's in the same thing. You want to be accepted. You want someone to basically understand, like, you're not a bum. You know, I have standards. You know, if you come and present yourself a certain way, then you're hoping that what you're attracting, well, no, listen, you have to come to me a certain way. You can't come at me no less. You know,
well, you see, I think that's what the article was trying to say, that's what we put out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say for the straight community, how now it's becoming socially acceptable for females to get down on one knee and propose to her husband. I think that's what it's talking about. I think it's saying that we sit back and wait for something so much that we're missing out on our what could be, because we're not being the aggressor to come to that person and grab a hold of it. Like, instead of, you know, not trying to be, I'm just not saying you, but you as an example, Jeremy's the type that he always goes to the club looking real nice. So in that form, he thinks that not saying you do, but like all the guys should come to you and be like, oh, you a cutie, come here, what's up, sexy? Meanwhile, 4 guys passed by you that gave you the eye, and you didn't approach them because they also are waiting on to be approached. So I think it's one of those things to where we got to stop the bullshit and become that aggressor at times. It's okay. And for like females, you know, it's okay for you to ask a guy friend out to dinner. Like, it's okay. It's not the old tradition that the guy has to propose and do all that shit. It's okay for you to be the more independent one and pay for the fucking bill.
Well, I'm learning honestly to be more submissive because I have been in my previous relationships, which have not worked. I've always been the person that was very like, this is what we're gonna do. We're planning a trip. It's already booked. Request these days off. Ooh. That was me.
All right.
I'm a business.
Yeah, you know, that was more me. And my current relationship I'm in is a brand new relationship because oftentimes he's like, babe, just be the woman. Just chill out. And so I'm still trying to understand exactly what does that mean, because my whole time, you know, I thought I was a woman, you know, taking care of what needs to get taken care of, not second guessing it. But I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to like feeling like, okay, I could just chill back a little bit. You know, I could relax a little bit and let him take charge of stuff and lead the way.
All right.
You know, so.
Can I just add one thing? The biggest thing is, especially as gay men, we have a fear of rejection. Well, really in all relationships. But when you're being judged so hard in the gay community, if you're not muscular, if you're not tall, skinny, you know, no fat, no film.
Small waist,
you're constantly. You gotta realize there's some people out there who are gonna like you for who you are, regardless.
That's true.
And there's some people just gonna say no, and then you have to be able to say, okay, cool. You know, you're still cute, but I'm not your type, so I'm gonna move on. Some people can't take, when you tell somebody that they're not your type, some people get violent, some people get rude. It's like everybody's not everybody's type.
Right, and then that's on their own self, their self-esteem, their self-worth, that they don't look at themselves like that. Because if you like, oh, you're not my type, like, okay, it's cool. But if you have issues with yourself, and then somebody tells you, oh, you're not my type, they're gonna think like, well, damn, what is it I could be doing better?
How can I change it? No, you can't change it.
I just had a conversation today about this same thing, almost about that, is that a friend was telling me that I give myself to people that I've been in a group setting with, that I've maybe been attracted to. I don't give them me. I give them like this, just who I am, right? And not who like I really am, instead of me, but the people that, you know, that I'm not really attracted to, I kind of give them that hold, whatever. That's all of me. So I'm just putting on for those that I like, but not for the ones that I'm really attracted to, or that I would like to be with, you know, that maybe not be attracted to me. So it's true. I mean, I can agree with.
I think to sum this up, it definitely just be yourself all of the time.
True. That's what he said too.
And without fear of rejection and without worrying about what the next man thinks, just be yourself.
Another thing is that I think in a lot of people are just intimidated. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is approachable. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can see someone that you might be attracted to, and when he be around his friends, he be laughing, and that's what you see. But like when he be around this group of friends, he be serious and mean mugging, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of men are not approachable too. So that's something that we could work on within ourselves, become more approachable.
But sometimes you don't want to be too approachable because every crazy person want to come up to you.
That's very true.
But then the people then won't take you, you know, for.
Honestly, when I'm by myself, like before I met a lot of people, I used to stand in the corner and I used to not smile. But like when I'm with y'all, I do smile. But there used to be some crazy people that come up to me like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Like, why all these people come to speak to me?
I don't know why you didn't buy 2 packs.
I don't know why either. Because I swear I was the only one that ate Sour Patches. I'm so sore.
I only had like 3.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, I want to read number 6 because number 6 kind of follows up on number 5 being looking for a Disney movie. And I think this kind of piggybacks on the whole Disney thing, the whole fairy tale life. And I can relate this to my personal life with my boyfriend and I tell him all the time. And right now we're both looking for other jobs. We're looking for more money. And I know where I want to be in life, and he has shared with me where he wants to be in life, and he wants to own his own company, own the interior design company and everything. I think we have to hold fast to what we have in the beginning and not be like, well, this is what I want and you're not giving it to me, so I'm gonna go look for it somewhere else. And sometimes I say that to myself too, but I'm like, I have a good thing. And we're working on a good thing. And Dwayne is
be the cheerleader.
Dwayne is really, but no, we're working on the good thing, and we can build together. Why can't we build together? Why do I have to go out and find something else? And I go out and find something else, and it's the same level or even worse. You know, so and that's why I said at the beginning of the episode, whatever episode we're on now, be goal oriented. I think I might be more goal oriented than he is, but I know he's working towards his goal, and he wants to. Like, everybody came in the house and was like, "Oh, you guys decorated really nicely." That's his doing. We really decorated over the weekend.
He or
he.
Oh,
sorry.
I was on the
words together.
Right. I was on the couch watching TV.
He was like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, right.
I was on the couch watching TV, but I think you just have to have a goal, and everything is not perfect. You can't give up on things that aren't perfect, and as long as you have conversation or communication with your mate, and you are working towards a goal, then it can work. Your relationship can work. It still won't be perfect, but it can work. Nothing is perfect. You'll never find perfect.
Number 7 says, older. I myself once thought that it would have been nice as a young gay man coming up to hear about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and what you shouldn't do and all that from someone that was well versed in the life. Because when I go to school, I don't hear about 2 gay men together. I don't hear about, you know, 2 gay men getting married. I don't hear about 2 gay men having a family. I don't hear about any of that stuff. All I hear about is male and female, male and female, male and female, male and female. So in my young mind, that's what I'm conditioned and trained to believe is how my life should be. And so when I get older and I decide that I don't want a female, that I want a male, I don't know how to make that happen or how it should be because it's never been explained to me. and I don't know if this happens with anybody else or has happened with anybody else, but I've mirrored what a gay life should be after a straight life, because that's all that I've been taught, and that's all that I've known, especially dealing with a mother and a father, which by the way was catastrophic in its own right. But I never really knew what was right and what was wrong in dealing with a guy. So I think that if more men that are older step up to the plate and definitely decide to do that, I think it would be a beautiful situation or a beautiful thing. If I saw that more, I don't know what anybody else thinks, but
well, I think there's different. As far as me and my life, I was in the ball scene. I had my ball family, my ball father, who helped me, and also I had my gay father, who I've had since 2001, who actually have taught me and told me about things. He lived in Atlanta. That's one person I went to go visit for his birthday. Went to go surprise him. But he have taught me so much, and he's like my mentor. Like, not only that, he's a professional person. So I actually put him on my resume if I needed anything, anybody to refer to him. So there are people like that. Now on the flip side of that, I have an older sister who's, I don't know if she's gay, bi, she was dating a female. She's married to a man. I don't feel like she taught me anything. Then I have a little brother who's 8 years younger than me, and when I tell him stuff, he doesn't want to listen. But some people are not going to want to listen, but the people who do want to listen, you do want to be there for them. And I do have somebody who I consider my gay son, who lives in Philadelphia, and I teach them what I can teach them. There's certain things that you can't teach them, you have to let people go through, but you do want to prevent them from making the mistakes that you made. That their own parents is not going to be able to help them or guide them through certain things that you went through in life.
Because you've been in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
the only thing with that, the only thing I want to really say about that is, there's a lot of times like this right here is a platform for that. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody does have that person who they can learn from. That's why we're here, because we all share our experiences in the gay life. So if you don't have somebody, you can relate to someone on the panel, learn from someone. But to kind of contradict it, having read the comments that people leave, and it's usually a younger crowd, it's always, oh well, he thinks he knows everything, and oh, he thinks he knows, he went through everything, so he knows everything. And so when you hear that from people, eventually you just shut up and stop teaching, and just shut up and let it be. Like, you be like, well, I'm only trying to tell you because I felt like I've been through that, trying to give you some pointers on how to avoid that. But if you think I'm trying to tell you this because I know everything and I know everything, all I can do is back up and let you learn on your own.
Right.
And I think the youth today is so know-it-all.
But at some places you have to do that. But I think it as an older person, me personally, I think it is your duty almost to train them or to, expressing them. I had a person that when I was like 18, he taught me everything. He said, don't go to this place, don't talk to these group of people, don't hang around this group of people. He's deceased now, and he told me so much stuff and how to carry myself, how to be, everything. And I owe it all to him. And I even told his mom that who I am today, as far as the lifestyle that I live, who I am today, I owe it all to him. And I thanked his mom for raising her son, because he was much older than I was. But to be able to raise him, because he taught me so much stuff, and I'm grateful because I didn't go to that group of people. But as I got older and I was hanging out and going to the clubs, I saw this group of people, and I was like, oh yeah, they're getting too much stuff, they're going to jail, I do not want to be a part of that. So I think that it is kind of your duty to be able to share that with them. And even if they don't want to hear it, you still tell them. It's a parent. The child doesn't want to hear it. Well, I'm still grown. I want to do what I want to do. You still tell them.
Right.
And then, you do that. But if they don't want to hear it, you continue to tell them, and don't worry about how they feel or how they react to it.
So out of curiosity, and then we can go to the next one. Who, and this don't apply to you because you're not a gay man, but who out of all of us, all of us have had that person older than us to teach us, and we've grown. Just yes or no, have you had that person?
I've had that
a gay male figure, like he said,
yes.
mentor figure. Have you had that person?
Yes,
yes or no?
And he's gone.
Yes.
No.
See, I haven't either.
And I think that it would have definitely been helpful. I mean, I have someone now in my life that I feel that I can honestly go to, but as a child, it would have been definitely a beautiful thing. Number 8 is we think. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It goes along with the consistency we were talking about. I don't know if it was on the tape or off the tape earlier when we were talking about consistency. So much as if you dress fresh to death to get your man, dress fresh to death to keep him.
Right.
Keep him.
Right.
You're right.
So,
And I definitely
same
feel
thing.
I could agree to that. I mean, I definitely think it's a constant work, though. You know, it's an everyday battle. It's
But
not.
isn't that the purpose of being in a relationship? Is that you can kind of let those guards down and not have to be this uber dapper person all the time. Like
I guess go to perfection. What they're talking about. Everybody thinks that because the way you look at home when you're just sitting by yourself is not going to be the way you look every time you step out the door. And
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's just going to be times where you're going to look. Your breath may stink. Like my thing is, I don't like dating somebody or getting to know somebody who don't kiss me when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't kiss me when I wake up, then we can't be together. It's been times like, okay, we're not gonna work.
We
It's
both
not gonna
have
work.
the yuck mouth. Let's just
Yeah, that's just
let's
it.
go.
Exactly, and it's like
You're okay with that? Before you brush your teeth to kiss your husband, boyfriend?
You both got the yuck mouth. Who notices?
I have a pet peeve with that though. If you just started eating sloppy Joe or whatever you had, and then you want to come French kiss me down, that's not happening.
I mean,
I'm one of those people
we
that.
talking
When we
about
just
we're
wake
talking about
up.
waking up.
I understand what you're
okay.
saying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
understand what you're
when you
saying.
just wake up,
You
yeah,
have-
you know.
As self, you have to be conscious of that. You know, you just ate garlic or whatever. You gotta say, okay, well, let me go brush my teeth or let me gargle my mouth out before I kiss you.
Yeah.
But waking up,
Yeah, no,
I mean-
that's
I love
fine.
you. Good morning.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
to be honest, it's not even a smell thing. But I don't want your chunks of unresolved food in my mouth. I don't care if if I love you or don't love you. I just
That's
don't want
something different.
that.
That's a matter of respect.
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
where you would say, you know what, I'm not
that's
going
when
to
you give a peg and not a tongue lashes.
Yeah.
Right.
But to go back on what you were saying, Tay, you know, not necessarily you do want to be comfortable at home, yes. But like just the other day, my mate came over and he was like, babe, why now? Like, you know, I come see you in the morning, you know, and you give me this bonnet look. You know, I have a bonnet on my hair, you know, when I go to sleep at night, it's like this little fabric sheet or whatever. And so he said it to me just one time. And next time he came over, I was all dolled up. Hair was on fleek, you know, outfit was on. You don't have to keep telling me the
But he
same
need to,
thing.
I know that's right.
to accept you like that.
No, but it's fine. But you know what? Honestly, when we first started dating, I would have on outfits when he comes
But still, though,
over.
you're in your house.
I don't see nothing wrong with that as long as he keeps up as well.
As
And
long as
that's
he's
the
always
other
looking
side.
his best.
Because it's gonna be a time when
It's a
y'all
competition.
eventually moving together, and he gonna wake up and he just gonna be in his drawers, and you gonna go to work and you gonna come home and he still gonna be in his drawers, and you be like,
Well, I mean, as long as TC, he gonna get him a fresh cut or something. I tell baby, he look nice. You know, something.
I don't know. I have
I mean,
a problem.
the bonnet is the same thing as waking up still in your drawers.
In that particular example, I can understand what you're saying, TC. But my thing is that there's a reason why I fell in love with you. Okay, after or that I fell in lust with you or whatever emotion that you're feeling, there are specific reasons why. So now that we moved together, all of those reasons disappear.
Yeah.
So now I have to learn a new you because
But you
we're
know
living
nothing is
together.
perfect. You know,
But my
perfection.
thing is, nothing is perfect. But don't. That's where havoc becomes, you know, a part of the situation, because now you're completely
A different
showing me,
person.
yeah, and it's okay. Now I have to figure out, is this the person that I'm going to love? And I think that wearing a bonnet is not that drastic. You know, kissing you when we wake up is not that drastic. But I mean, when we get to just full blown changes, and you know, you say when we're talking that you love a clean house, but when we live together, the shit is fucking filthy every goddamn day. Okay, so where did that person go? You know what I'm saying? When you do those type of drastic changes because now you're comfortable and you're in love, I don't think that's
If
right.
you
That's
ever
what I'm
date
gonna
a
say.
woman, and since you're here,
Okay.
if you ever date a woman who wear a weave or who get their hair done, whether it's natural or not, the way she looked before she got her hair done is going to be totally different from the way she looked when she do get her hair done. But you should still love her regardless. Before she get her nails done, before she get her eyebrows arched, before she get all that stuff done, you still go. Before she get her bikini waxed, you still need to be able to.
This is what
those
you're
are all
signing up
things-
for.
No,
Yeah, those
I
are
don't
things-
agree to that. I don't agree to
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Like,
Because
I
if I
understand
meet you,
with the package deal, like I mean, I feel like when you present someone a package, a present, this is what you're saying. This is what it is.
right.
And I do understand
But-
because we're humans, things change. So I do understand that, okay, every day of the week I don't have a hairstylist in my apartment. So I can't have my hair looking perfect every day. But trust and believe, I will go get my hair touched up. I will make sure that I got a Brazilian.
Some people
Take it all
can't.
off.
Some people can't take that though. Some people really can't take
like,
that.
who is this person?
Yeah,
That I see
honest
it.
You can't take what, keeping it up?
I'm gonna put my relationship on blast a little bit. It's not a bad thing. It's not, but I mean, since we're talking about it and this is, bold and blunt, I'm gonna keep it real. Me and my boyfriend, we kind of had a discussion about a month ago, and in this discussion / argument, if that's what you want to call it, well, let's say discussion. He told me that I got too comfortable with the way I dress. For me, I've always been just a t-shirt and a jeans type of dude. As long as my hat match my shoes I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But he's felt that I have lost whatever it was that I had when we first got together. And at first it was almost like, motherfucker.
You felt attacked. You felt attacked.
Right, I was
Yeah.
like, how dare you? But I have to be honest, as I thought about it, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? It made sense. Like, and I appreciate him for it because, like, 3 days later, I went out and I spent like $100, bought me, a nice pair of sneakers and a fitted. Then, like every week since then, I bought me something new, something different, and I'm happy for that because of that. But it takes a strong relationship for your partner to be able to tell you that you lacking on
something.
your dress code, or I want you to look a little bit, like put a little more pride in yourself per se, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm appreciative of it now, but at first I was like, fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Fuck outta here.
right.
I think
So-
there's a reason why you fall in love with someone, and they need to keep those reasons relevant, point blank into the period. On Monday you got eyebrows, and then on Friday you don't. There's a problem. I want that Monday. I want that Monday chick.
If you're falling in love with the outer appearance, that's a problem
In the first
So we gonna act like we're not attracted to someone, and that's one of the reasons why we
Trust
fall
me,
in love with them.
when I wake
Let's
up
not do it.
I wake up in the morning, I probably got stank breath. I don't have my contacts in. I'm blind as a bat. I put my glasses on, big thick ass glasses, and I know he probably thinking like, please go put your contacts on because you look.
Well, I'm
like-
sure he.
I don't think somebody falls out of love because of the way you look,
might-
though. Because
Some people do.
if you fall out of love because of personal appearance, I don't think you were really invested in that relationship.
Right. I think love carries over the physical for the most part, but at the end of the day, like I said, if I fell in love with Tiffany on Monday and you show me Dorito on Friday, there's a problem. We're gonna close off on this particular topic. I definitely think gayguys.com hit it on the nail within regards to these bullet points that they mentioned. 10 reasons gay guys are losing the ability to fall in love, or 10 reasons people are losing the ability to fall in love. Number 9 says social media has killed intimacy, and I think that's self-explanatory. And number 10 says we'd rather be liked than loved. Never sacrifice love for false pride. It's always going to end badly. Very interesting. How does it feel being here and being able to voice your opinion? Like, I guess here's my question: do you have these open type of communications with the person that you're with?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Oh,
So I think a lot, and I'm
Y'all
willing
are
to
crazy,
share a
too.
lot. I am a little
What
crazy.
is a Capricorn?
I'm January
End of
9th.
December,
Oh.
January.
Oh, okay.
Mid-January, end of December, so I am a little bit controlling, jealous, yes.
I hear that.
And I do think alike, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking.
I think too much.
I do.
Ooh.
I was told I think a lot, but you know what? Who's to say what's too much and too little?
All right.
I hear
All
that.
right.
Ain't that
All
all?
right. And in that order.
Yes,
Yes, indeed. Well, I definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in to this long episode of Culture Club. I hope we were able to entertain some great topics or subjects for you to talk about with your mate, whether it be boy or female. And definitely leave comments below the video. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Later.
Bye.